Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Wow,
Hi.
it's interesting color in here.
なんかや
Looks
ばい
like
な
we've got spotlights on us. How y'all
デ
doing
ッド
today?
デッド
Yeah, we're looking a little weird here. I might have to mess with the camera settings.
ね
Can you hear
大
us?
丈夫かな
Oh, we're way too loud. That's going to be a problem. Let's turn that down.
この
Test,
ポ
test.
ポータボースタイルが初めてですね
Yeah, this is our portable setup. We've got a bunch of weird little lights around here. But we will be able to have the overhead camera going
はい
today.
イエーイ
We've got the video all set up and ready to go for you guys. And we've got this. So let us know, make sure we sound okay, that you can see some stuff. Yeah, thank you. We
ありがとうございます
weren't in hoodies earlier, but it's cold all of a
So.
sudden. It's like really cold out.
ちょっ
So.
とゾンビスタイルになっちゃってるね私たちついにマッチングじゃなくなりまし
So
た
we're not matching today,
う
sorry guys.
ーんそしてカメラ本当はあっちだよねいつもなんか
Yeah, the camera is a little bit different today. Let's get these lights a little bit closer.
あオッケー
That's fine.
おおこれでベターですかね
I think it looks fine.
あちょっとゾンビカラーをやばいシャイニ
You're fine, you're fine.
ーシャイ
All right. How's it going, everyone? Thank you for stopping by today. We're both very jet lagged. And
すいません
Yuki took a nap about 15 minutes ago.
すいません皆さんすい
I
ま
love
せん
those high techs. They're also very cheap. Yeah. So we're running off. We probably don't sound as good as we normally do, but that's because we're just using little clip-on mics. And but yeah, I'm happy that we can do this despite not being in Japan right now. And thanks for coming to hang out, guys. Appreciate that.
ありがとうございます
Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Jay. Hello, Bowley. Hello, Person Guy. Hello, Build It Up One. Love the title. Yeah, I just read that. Gina said they are matching in wearing hoodies. That's true. We
でしょ
are wearing hoodies. So good to go there. 皆さんこんにちは. Hello, Tara. Hey, Kali. Hey, five-toed sloth bear. I waved back to Yuki even though you folks can't see us.
えちょっともう
Yuki にウェーブしたって見えないのに。
ウェーブバックしたよ
I hear Andy's in the States this week, so I fled to Canada. Internet at my hotel is not good enough to join, but I look forward to watching these recordings. Thank you, Jacob. I hope you enjoy it when you watch it later. Stadium taste, no worries. You have a good night too. おっす。眠すぎるけど、見ればいいけど。
はい。
お願いします。Thank you.
ありがとうございます
We understand completely
そう
that
あり
sleepy
がとう
feeling.
ねもうみんなの睡眠時間削ってくれてありがとう
ありがとうございます。Thank you, Austin, for becoming a member in the premiere just now. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hi from San Francisco, I'm guessing.
Oh.
Hey, Cal, how's it going? I hear... okay, I read that a minute ago. First time to catch you live. Yay, thanks, Zam. How's it going? You're catching a very original, special live tonight. Very
Hi.
different from the normal kind.
そ
Hope you enjoy it. Wait, where are you guys? I see that window in the background are dark. Yes, we are in the United States of America right now.
うわ
Yeah.
ーなんだっけこのアメリカのソング
Oh, we definitely can't sing that on this
okay.
stream. It'll
Sorry.
it'll immediately get...
そう危ないね
The
ダ
Team
メだ
America song is not gonna work.
アメリカのやつ
Yeah. I don't think YouTube will appreciate the lyrics to that song. Thank you very much, Haja. I'm glad you enjoyed the quartet series. Spartacus creator said my brother studied your quartet videos and he said, the further you go up in the chapters, the less views there are in comparison to Genki because people give up before even reaching the intermediate. Yeah, I mean, that's normal. For every single thing in life, I think. It's normal for people to fall off as time goes on. So, we still kept going anyway. So,
Oh.
Something popped up on my computer. Oh, I don't care about Apple Music. Shut up. Okay.
すごいなんか私が遅れて変な顔してる私初めてじゃーん見て
We've got this is
見て
how we're gonna deal with watching the video with you guys. We've got
初めてなんていうのこのワイヤレスイヤホンを
the
つけま
first
した
time she's ever put a wireless earphone on. So that's fun. Yeah. So that's how we're gonna be able to listen without you guys hearing a bunch of echo. So that'll be fun. Come visit California, Andy. Yeah, so we're in New
ね。
Jersey. We're in New Jersey right now. That's where I grew up. I grew up in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Yeah, Dash, it's fun to see something a little bit different, right? It's kind of cool that we have this sort of setup now so we can do it anywhere. We don't necessarily have to be tied to the office. I'll have to watch it later and make sure we don't sound terrible, but it is what it is. So
はい。
we did that as kids with wires back in the day. What did you do with wires back in the day?
うん、
I
コ
think I
ン
missed
ピュー
something.
ターにつながって。
I don't know. I don't know. By the way, Austin did just become a member just a few minutes ago, so
Hi.
I think we should probably write his name in kanji. That is what happens whenever anyone does any super chats on the stream. So we do have the overhead camera
Hi.
today, except as you can tell by the size of my hand here, it's a very tiny board, much more tiny than usual.
てかこっちの方が明るいからこの辺がいい。
That would be nice, but okay. Well, you can do that. I can just make the camera bigger. Go ahead. You can put it wherever you
こ
want.
こ
Sure.
はい、ここが
Oh,
明
that's not
るい。
gonna work.
はい。
いいよいいよいいよ。
じゃあここで
大丈夫。
この辺でいいかな。
はい。
これオースティンね、今日は。
はい。There we go. Okay.
はい。じゃあ私が今から漢字を当てていきますので、
So from now,
少々お待ちくだ
Yuki's
さ
gonna
いね。
start looking for your name on her phone. I'm not gonna be able to hide her. Usually, I just put the camera on me, but I can't do that today. So anyway, so what's gonna happen today is what we normally do. We're gonna chill out with you guys for a little bit, and then, well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that five-toed sloth bear. That's awesome. I've been putting a lot of effort into getting this to work, so happy to hear that it works. What we're going to be doing tonight is just hanging out for a little bit, and then as usual, I usually have a camera there, so I just stared directly into the little mini light. I just picked this thing. I thought this was the camera. This is hard to get used to. So I just looked directly into the light, and now I can't see anything. Camera's over there, Andy. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to break down the video that we just went through. It's a short little video. We'll go into a little bit more detail, maybe give you some more examples of other types or other radicals for each type. You could be writing them on the overhead board as usual. So it's cool that we still have that here. So yeah, it's just going to be like a normal stream in this series, except we're doing it in this room. And yeah, so we're going to be here for a couple weeks. Next week's going to be lesson 1. So that's exciting, the first real lesson. And we'll be doing that here. There will be a lot more examples going down on the board during that live stream, and hopefully the jet lag will not be an issue anymore. So I just looked into the light again. So hopefully that will take care of that issue. Let's go ahead and see if we have any questions in chat. ToKini Andy. Yeah, no, definitely not. But it's just a very tiny board.
今日だけスペシャルです。
I'm born and raised in NYC, then joined the Navy and went to Japan. Nice, Gina. All right. You guys should play Jackbox one day and make the night kanji themed. Oh, that could be fun. I don't know if I've ever played Jackbox or even know what it is.
ジョックボックスって何ですか？
I don't know. オーセンって男の名前一応言うけど。
でも、
言っといた方がいいかなって思って。
OK、男の子ね。
Jackbox is, it's like, I can't remember, it's like an escape game, is it? I can't remember. Matching by wearing hoodies? I'll allow it, yes. Yeah. We were aiming for matching, but then it got too cold, and we don't have matching hoodies, so it is what it is. What time is it over there? Well, we're not in Japan right now. It's 9:50 at night, which means in Japan it would be 10:50 in the morning, which would be nice. I guess. I don't know. Hello, I'm at my third week of serious Japanese learning. I got to 50 kanji, and I'm already at my breaking point. Hopefully we'll be able to make that a little bit easier for you. But it can be a little hard at first. But as you get used to the process, it gets easier and easier over time. How did you and Yuki meet? Interesting. While she's looking up Austin's name over here, I'll go into that a little bit. There was a barbecue a 4th of July barbecue at my friend's house in Nagano. He was an American. Well, she was British, but her boyfriend was American, and he wanted to have a 4th of July barbecue. So I went to that, and a friend of mine brought her, and we met and became friends, and then we shared an interest in music, and then I took her snowboarding for our first, quote, date. I taught her to snowboard, and that's how this happened.
そう、just met ね。
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tyler. Hello, I have been loving your kanji series so far. I don't know if you're still doing names in kanji, but I was wondering if you could do my partner's name. Her name is Waverly. We absolutely can, Tyler. Right now, Yuki is working through Alston's name. She's halfway there, I think. So we will work on Waverly's name as soon as we're done with that one. Thank you so much,
少々
Tyler.
お待ちくだ
Appreciate
さい
that.
ね。
Shosho machi kudasai ne means please wait one moment. Thank you so much, Tyler. I appreciate that. If someone says Nihongo ga jouzu da ne, does that mean it's actually not? No, it doesn't mean that. But it is very frequently them just being polite.
ね、不思議だよね。
For the most part, it's people. What they're really saying is thank you for putting in the effort to try and speak the language. So it's not necessarily that you're really good, but it could be. It could be. You don't really know. But it is a bit of a meme. When you start getting asked questions other than like wait, how long have you been in Japan? Things like that. Then you start feeling like maybe you might be getting good. But if someone just randomly says Nihongo ga jouzu desu ne after you said konnichiwa, hello, then yeah, they're just being polite. But I don't remember if this was in the community post, but where did you guys go that made you jet lag? I went home. We came back to my to where I grew up. I'm at my grandmother's house right now. So we're back for a visit for a couple weeks. And we'll be back in Japan. Not too far away. But yeah, we're a couple weeks here, so we've got the setup, the portable setup. I wish it were a bit cooler here in Japan, honestly. Yeah, I could see that. But it's really cold. Like it's like 10 degrees, I think, Celsius. Oh, we've got.
お待たせしました。
はい。
できました。
ありがとうございます。Austin さん、these
は
are
い。
the kanji for your names. Yuki's going to explain them for you
ちょ
right
っと
now.
暗すぎる。
全然見えます。
はい、じゃあよかったです。このOという字は桜という字で。
The first O kanji is sakura. So like cherry blossom.
で、このすは赤いっていう意味なんですけど。
This su character means red.
で、この手はその照らすなんていうの、ちょっとシャイニー。
The te one means to shine a light onto something.
で、in はその音ですね。
And the in is oto. It's the sound kanji, and it's the same one that's in ongaku, music. So it's sakura, so cherry blossoms, red, shining a light on a sound. All right, that's Austin's kanji. You got a 4 yojijukugo, 4 kanji for your name, Austin. Nice.
ちょっと長いね。
Yeah, it's a good one. Hope you can get a shot of that. Tyler would like us to do their partner's name, Waverly.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah.
ありがとうね、オースティンさん。
Nicole, I feel like we have. Let's bring this back up.
どういうこと？
I feel like we have talked about Jack in the Box before. Someone brought it up another time, and I was talking about how we should play it sometime. And then I looked it up, but I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what kind of game it was. So I have to check it out sometime. Do you have any Japanese podcast recommendations for listening practice?
すいません。
はい
すいません。ウェイバリーさんは、ウェイバリー。
ウェイバリーかな？
ウェイ
バディ。
バディ。
バディだと思う。
はい。ちょっともう一回言ってみて。
ウェイバリー。ウェイバリー。
ウェイ。
ウェイバリー。
A がつく。ウェイバリーか。ウェイブリー。
ウェイバリー。
OK。
でいいと思います。
じゃあこれでいってみたいと思います。
Kanji definitely gets easier the more fun and more fun with time and practice. I agree 100%. Ravi, I don't know a whole lot of podcasts, Japanese podcasts. Podcasts aren't very big in Japan. So there are a couple podcasts that Japanese teachers do in like Easy Japanese for Learners. So there's a few. I've never watched them because they're too low level for me to find super interesting. But I know there's something Kontepe. Does anyone know what that one is? Does that ring a bell? I know a lot of people like that one. Kontepe.
Cool.
That's all I can remember. But if anyone can tell me what that one is, that might help. That one gets me when Japanese people. Yeah. I think I might be catching something.
本当？なんかただドライじゃない？
Maybe that too. I've been talking all day and tired. When people compliment your use of chopsticks. Oh, you can use chopsticks? Yeah, that's a fun one. Why do my onna, the kanji, look so terrible? I can never make them look good. If it makes you feel any better, let's take a look at mine. Mine is also absolutely garbage. I cannot write. See that? Look, the legs are terrible. Let's try that again. Nope, I can never do it. I can never write onna in a good way. That's the closest I can get to making it look good.
女は本当に難しいと思う。私も、本当ここでちょっとネタバレしちゃうんですけど。
Yuki's gonna give away a spoiler. She says it's very hard for Japanese people as well.
そうで今回のさ漢字の N5 のさねやつこれ、ちょっとまだ何週間か後のビデオに出るんですけど。
The video in a couple weeks.
そうでもう私のカリグラフィーかなり練習しました。
The calligraphy she did because she does all the calligraphy in the video. Some of you guys were asking about that. She does all the calligraphy, and for the one for onna, for woman, the one I just did, she had to practice a lot to get it down to a way that she actually kind of liked it. How's it going, Sean? Hey guys, I'm moving to Japan in 2 weeks, and I would like to thank you for the lessons available on the website. They help me so much. I'm so glad to hear that, Monica. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, saw you in the other stream. It's been cold at night here in Indiana too lately. Yeah, really cold. Come to Canada. No thanks. I don't want that cold. But you know, we came from Japan where it was like 32 degrees Celsius just a couple days ago. And now during the day here it's probably close to 30, but then at night it's like 10 degrees or below. Suddenly, maybe less. Like it's chilly. My phone is acting as my iPhone is the overhead camera now, so I can't check literally anything. I suppose I could use this computer in front of me, but... How much do you have to donate to get this? Whoa. Oh, for the names? Any amount. It doesn't have to be a large amount or anything. Any amount of super chats gets your name written by Yuki.
はい。
With ateji, obviously. I mean, you can write your name various ways using kanji. These are just picking out nice meanings and nice sounds to go along with your name. What was I going to say here? Greetings from Argentina. I'm starting to study Japanese since a month. Kanji are pretty hard. Yes, they are. That's what we're trying to remedy with this series. Hopefully, we'll get somewhere. Yu no Nihongo podcast is very good for all learners, but mostly beginners and people who have been studying for a bit. I think I have seen that one. I think I might have commented on one of his videos once. I can't remember.
ユウさん、そのユウさんって
Does he have
多
a
分
Spanish channel as well?
そう
Yeah, okay, that's the guy.
そうそう
So he has a much bigger channel that is for Spanish speakers, and that's like he had released a podcast when he was a very small YouTube channel for English, and he was talking about he had 500,000 subscribers, and I was like, huh? There's only like 10. And I went and looked for him, and I found his Spanish-facing channel, which had like 500-something thousand subscribers. I was pretty impressed. He's already got up to like 200,000 on the new podcast, so that's probably a good enough sign that it's a decent podcast. So Yu no Nihongo podcast is one you could check out. Thanks, Dash. Kontepe says Tara. Yeah, okay, that's the one. Do you think it's necessary to write kanji in order to learn kanji? I don't see myself ever using that skill. Let's see. I don't think it's necessary to write kanji in order to, like, it's not absolutely necessary, no. I find it helps me dramatically not forget them. And there are studies that have been done that show that writing things down, including Chinese characters, helps you not forget them easier. Obviously, you will forget them eventually, but I find personally that writing it down just once or twice when you first learn it and when you review it, it helps me a lot. So, I tend to recommend it. A lot of people, I don't know, people have like there's a lot of comments on my kanji videos of people who get really angry about that. They're like, you don't have to write, that's such a waste of time. Which always surprises me. Like, I'm just offering you my experience here and some studies that suggest that it's helpful, and I found it helpful. I didn't understand why it's such a pain point You don't have to do it. Absolutely. It's absolutely not necessary. I just find it really helpful.
はい、できました。お待たせしま
Yuki
した。
got Waverly's name done over here. Let's take a look.
はい。
はい、let's push that up here.
あ、そう、
Okay.
すみません。
はい。
はい。
お願いします。
ちょっと一応ね言っておくと、この伸ばすやつは日本語にはないので、そこは雰囲気というか必要なところに入れるんですけど、
はい、So that line is not actually in
そう。
There's no kanji to cover that line, but it's just extending the vowel here. So she's made it an A sound instead.
はい。このうっていう字はあるっていう字なんですけど、
う kanji means to have.
うん。で、えっていう字はその広いとかその秀でているなんていうのそのsuperior
What?
なんていうのその優れてるって感じ。
To be very good at something or very special. 秀でている。
そうそう、秀でも出るかも。
秀。出てない。
出てないんだ。
出ない。
出ると思うんだけどな。
出ない。
名前だと。
じ
ゃあ A で調べてみて。その英語の A なんだから。
Yeah, it's from English. It only shows up as for English here, but it can mean outstanding and hero. Usually, I just think of this as the kanji for English, but it can also mean in names, I guess, outstanding.
そうとかまあヒーローっていうかその。
Or hero, right? AU.
そうそう。
So like for the word for hero, yes.
でこのバリっていうのは晴れるっていうその太陽が当たってるってことですね。
And the last one means to be like a clear sky, a clear day out, clear weather. So that is Waverly's name.
はい。
Have outstanding and clear weather. Very nice.
ね、ちょっととってもポジティブ
Very
な。
positive name, Waverly. All right, thanks again, Tyler. I appreciate that.
ありがとうございます。
There's been a lot of comments coming through that I haven't been able to catch up to. I do apologize for that. We're going to have to jump into the video shortly, but that's interesting. I used to write a diary in Japanese which helped me remember kanji. When I stopped writing the diary, I forgot so much. Yes, that is exactly actually what happened to me as well, Alina. I mean, sorry. When I had to write my daily report at the old kindergarten I worked at, I used to write more than I necessarily needed to, just to get the practice. And that helped me memorize kanji so much easier than I had been memorizing them before. So recently, when I started relearning a bunch that I had forgotten while I was in New Zealand, I started writing them again. Like I started writing them every time I reviewed them. And then I wasn't forgetting them, so I found it very helpful. All right, Tyler, thank you again so much. Thank you, Kishi really liked it. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。よかった、嬉しい。
よかったです。Tara says, can I have a kanji for Tamara? You can, Tara. Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。She will start working on that one right over here, right now. Thank you so much.
タマラって女の子だよね。
タマラは女の名前だと思います。はい。To each their own when it comes to learning. Of course, I personally don't write kanji that often because it takes up so much time. I do enjoy, though, and do it from time to time. Yeah. Sometimes I don't, but a lot of the times I do. When I first learn one, I always personally like to write it. When I'm reviewing, I generally do, but even when I don't, I'll definitely try to at least just trace it on my hand. I find that helpful. Alyssa says, thank you so much, Alyssa. I recently bought your annual membership and I'm excited to learn with you and Yuki. Thank you for answering my questions on your site. Very helpful. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you, Alyssa. Appreciate it.
ありがとうございます。
What's your and Yuki's favorite Ghibli movie? Ooh, good question.
Ghibli movie か。
Japan Get. How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。アメリカへ。はい。
ジブリムービーね、私その天空の城ラピュタだって思ってたんですけど、風の谷のナウシカ漫画を読んで、すごい風の谷のナウシカが今好き。今好き。
She thought it was which one did you think was your favorite?
天空の城ラピュタ。
天空の城ラピュタ What's the English title for that? Do you know?
Laputa
Raputa's Castle.
あ、そうだそうだ。
Raputa's Castle,
Floating Castle.
Floating Castle, something like that. I can't remember the name of it. I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
But then she recently read the full manga for Nausicaa, and now that is her favorite.
そう。でも結構いろいろ好きで、平成合戦たぬき、平成たぬき合戦ポンポコとか。
I've never seen that one either.
思い出のマーニーは結構好き。
Okay. My favorite is definitely 千と千尋のなんだっけ？
神隠し？
そうそう、神隠し、which is in English. What is that one called again in English? Spirited Away. Spirited Away. That's my favorite.
はい。
Gifted 5 ToKini Andy members. Austin, thank you very much. I didn't even know that was possible.
何それ
Thank you.
すごい。
ひみやちゃん is
そんなことでき
here.
るの？
ひみやちゃん got gifted a membership. Thank you so
なん
much.
とありがとうございま
Amethyst,
す。
Skace was gifted a membership. Trog was gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Godzilla and
す
Carter.
ごいありがとうご
Thank you.
ざいます。
Appreciate that. I didn't even know you could do that.
ちょっと私そういえば
When did that become a
タマラ
thing?
やるんだったわ私は。
Yeah, you
す
gotta
いま
work on
せん。
Tamara.
すいませんちょっと
お願いし
なんか
ます。
すいませんちょっとサボっちゃってて。
Well, it was Ghibli topic. That's a good one. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Austin.
ねありがとうございます。でもね風の谷の直しかね。
Oh, and we've got
私的にはすごい
we've got a lot of work for you, Yuki. Would it be possible for Doragon as kanji?
それ
There
ね
is a kanji
そう
for
そう
Doragon, and the fact is you can actually read that as Doragon if you want, and there's nothing cooler than that. So we'll give you the difficult one and the modern one, and see which one you like.
そ
Absolutely possible. So we're working on Tamara, then we've got Alyssa, and Doragon. So Doragon. Oh, and we've got Austin here again. Thank you so much. Wish you and yours all the best. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
ありがとうございま
Thank you.
す。
That's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of the new. That's the newer one, Jay. And then the older Ryu, or which you can read as Doragon, if you'd like. And a lot of Japanese, like you'll see it in anime a lot. People will say Doragon in a name, and they'll have the kanji below it for dragon. Is there a particular hike or walking trail in Japan that you would recommend checking out? I haven't honestly left Nagano much, but there's a lot in Nagano. Like anything around Kamikochi, all the mountains around there. There's some pretty heavy-duty hikes, probably multiple-day hikes generally. Those are all great. Yatsugatake near Chino, Nagano, is very nice. That's also a multiple-day one. If you want to do a really long hike, you could do the 88 Temple pilgrimage around Shikoku, one of the islands of the major islands of Japan. That's something I want to do one day. But that's like a 40-day hike, I think. But of course, you can just do it in parts.
88箇所巡礼。
それそれ。Yeah. Princess Mononoke was my first. Saw it in a theater in Chicago for the American premiere, and it affected me greatly. Yeah, there's a lot of good Ghibli movies. Dragon Toothless. As a future ALT, and I thank you so much. As a future ALT in Akita Prefecture next March, any advice for preparing for the move? Congratulations on getting that move, and I hope you're going to have a great time over there. Dragon Toothless. By the way, your name is added to the list. We're going to have to start making a list before names start disappearing off of here. We've got... Nandake. This one is which one?
Tamara.
Tamara. Okay, we've got Tamara done. Let's bring that up.
ちょっとあれがいるこの紙がメモしとく。
もうまだ大丈夫。
はい。
Okay, we've got Tamara here. Thank you so much, Tamara.
あり
I
が
hope
と
you're
うご
still
ざい
here.
ます。
Yeah, okay, so let's bring this one in. はい。
はい、この玉は宝石の玉の玉。
So the first tama is the one for a jewel. Jewel. Tama.
はい、でこのラは綺麗の麗っていう字で。
The da one is the kanji, the second kanji in kire, which is beautiful. So in kire, obviously it's read as de, but in names it can be read as da. So tamara is a jewel and beauty.
そう、麗しい、美しい、うららかってなんて言うんだろうね、英語で。
うららか？
うららか。
うららかって。
うららかさんのうららかこれだと思うんだけど。
うららかさんって誰？
マイヒーローアカデミア。
The girl from My Hero Academia. Yeah, it means beautiful or bright and clear and fine. Yeah. I didn't realize her name had a
こ
meaning.
の玉も
はい。
ちょっと宝石だけどなんかちょっともうちょっと詳しく言った方がいいかな。
いや、でも、
はいか
多分それでいいと思います。
はい
で、次はアリサです。
アリ
アリサ。
アリサ
アリサ。アリサ。アリサ。
難しい。あ、
アリサでいい。
小さい「つ」入る。
アリサ。
アリサアリサだよね。多分
アリサ。
アリサ
で言った方がいいかな。
はい
アリサ。
わかりました。
アリサ。All right, we'll bring that up. Alyssa, you are next. And then we've got dragon. We'll give you the dragon kanji.
ア
And
リサ
dragon toothless. Wait, was that you up there? Yeah, that was you. Okay, sweet. So that's the one for you. Okay, so as for advice on moving over, I don't know how to use this. Okay. Oh, some other people have some advice for you in there. You're welcome, Just Study. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you. Dragon, stock up on your favorite deodorant, says Brandon. As are Japanese deodorants not pleasant smelling? There are none. Well, there are very, very few. I stopped using deodorant because it's just too much of a pain in the neck to get it from America. And nobody in Japan uses it, so whatever. I think you can get like Dove powder deodorant. It's like the powdery stuff, but it is a stick. It's extremely expensive, and I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. But if you do prefer to use deodorant or antiperspirant or whatever, you should probably bring a lot of it. Don't be afraid to go in small shops. I always tell people this. If you're going out to eat on the town somewhere and you see a little hole-in-the-wall shop that looks a little scary to go into it. You'll have a good time. Also, don't be afraid to try and use Japanese, even if you only know a little bit. People will be very appreciative of it, and you'll have a good time. And yeah, just keep an open mind. Things are going to be very different, especially at work. What else? That's a lovely meaning. Thank you, Yuki-san. I love it, says Tara.
よかったです。
はい. Oh, can we just request names in kanji? What about... So the requests, the kanji one requests are only for super chats, unfortunately, because if we were to write all the names of everyone in chat, this would be a 14-hour stream. And we're way too jet lagged for a 14-hour stream. So I do apologize for that. That's like a what do you call it? A perk for super chat. So I do appreciate that. So we've got a lineup. Arisa, あと1個だよね。
そう、さ、
She's working on the
です。
last kanji for Alyssa. I hope you're still here. Human being. Always good to have the human being here. Hi, Andy and Yuki. Good to see you.
おーい、来てくれてありがとうございます。
Arigatou. The more Eileen, wow. Good evening, Andy and Yuki. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you. Thank you for hanging
ありがとうござい
out.
ます。
Appreciate that. Where was I at? After leaving Japan, my active vocab and overall level of Japanese went down. Besides normal studying, do you have any specific things you did to keep your skills? I lost a lot while I was in New Zealand. I lost almost all of my reading ability while I lived in New Zealand. This was 6 years ago. I lost a lot. But fortunately, we watched a lot of anime, which helped. So reading and consuming a lot of media is probably your best bet at not losing your ability. But with that said, I've been in America now for what? 5 days? 4 days? 4 days. And I've spoke so much English that I'm making it's feeling weird speaking Japanese again, right? I'm starting to make little mistakes that I usually don't make, and you lose it fast, man. Even though I speak all day, every day, and Yuki and I still speak a lot of Japanese here.
そう。
Just when you speak a lot of English.
ちょっとね、恥ずかしい思いをしています。
She's doing good, though. She's doing good. I heard the Japanese people have less sweat glands, but don't quote me on that. I've heard that too, but whatever on that one. I don't know.
お待たせし
It
ま
could
し
be.
た。
Thank you so much, Hops. I was curious because I've tried to figure out my name's kana. What would Walter be, please? Thank you in advance. All right, Walter, you're next. We've got Alyssa's name ready to go, though. Arisa. This is going to be yours. We went with Arisa. If you prefer to pronounce your name differently with katakana, that's fine. But this is the way we went with for now. So Arisa is the kanji. You'll break them down for you.
はい。この 愛はto ちょっと
Love.
なんていうんだっけ obvious
The first one is love.
はいでこの律っていう字は、几帳面とかそのちゃんなんていうのそのルールに従うとか規律の
It's
律っていう
the
字な
ritsu
の
from law, right?
No,
A little bit different.
うん
So, it is from law.
あそう
It's the ritsu from law. So it's used in 法律とかでしょ
あそうそうそうそう
立法 So it's the one for law, but it can mean a lot of different things actually. And this one I didn't know. This is the rules for monastic community in Buddhism. Interesting. It can also mean things like the 6 odd number notes, musical pitch, lots of different meanings, but it means law. はい。
はい、だけど一応名前にあるときはそのなんていうの几帳面とかそのオーガナイズって感じ。あと
When it's used in a name, it means like organized and things like that.
そうなんか几帳面って何かな
I don't know. It's the first time I've heard that word.
これだ
Methodical,
それ
precise,
だ
meticulous, scrupulous,
それだ
regular, punctual.
それだ
几帳面。
これが律っていう字が名前に使われやすくて、あとはその作まあここの愛と作がちょっとつなげたいん
love
ですけど
and saku are
そう
put together, and saku means to bloom.
はい
Hai. Very good. So love and methodical, or what's another word we could precise and bloom.
すごいさなんかすごいミスがないシンメトリーラブって感じだよ
Very
ね
symmetric love with no misses.
ごめん
Excellent.
ね
And that's your name, Marisa. All right. All right.
気に入ってくれるといいんですけどちょっと厳しすぎかな。
いや
なんか
いいでしょう。
期待込めすぎちゃったかなこれ。
いいでしょう。
ちょっと
All right, we've got
気に入っ
lots
て
of
くれる
names
といい
to
で
write.
す。
Lots of names to write. So the next one is dragon. There's
はい。
only one kanji for your name, though, unfortunately. So we're
いや
going to get that one out
2
first.
個だと思うんだよね。ドラゴンで読めるのって。
Oh, yeah, but not together.
あ、そうだね。
So you can give them both. These are both of these kanji. Yuki's going to write them right now. Doragon can be read just as katakana doragon だよね。
そう
お願いします。So we've got, first we're going to do the original, the old one.
この立つっていう字でね。あれ
そうだね
なんか書けるか心配になってきた。いきなりこの
The original?
これでしょ？ちょっとあんまりなんかビデオでシュートされながら書くことが
見ない方がいいよ。That is correct. Don't worry. You've got it. So that's the first one. That is the original.
はい。
Or not the original, but the older kanji for dragon. It's still used in modern kanji. This is actually the kanji that is used for my name. The ryu at the end of Andrew. And then there's the more modern version of dragon, which is a little easier to write. Let's get her to write that one.
はい。こっちですよ
そう
ね。
そうそう滝の下の部分。そうそうそう。So that's the newer version, the more modern version that's easier to write of ryu, of dragon. And you can read either of those as doragon. So there's dragon for you. Michelle, thank you so much. I love your video so much. So happy to catch a live stream finally. I'd love to see Michelle in kanji. All right, we'll get you. We'll get that up there for you. We've got one or two more to get to before we jump onto Michelle. Oh no, wait. There's dragon. Dragons, we got same
Ah,
dragon.
okay.
Thank you for that, dragon. And Hops. And
ありがとうござ
Walter
います。
he's curious about how you would write his name in kana. So Walter.
かなね。
カタカナでどうやって書くか
なるほど
気になってるんだけど、漢字も選びましょう。
はい
でも最初はウォルターさんはどうやってカタカナで
ド
書くんですか、ね、
ラゴンはこれでもう他の当てはなし。
OK。
なし。
うん。
あ、そう？はい、わかりました。
はい。
じゃあありがとうございます。消すね。
ありがとうございます。
すいませんね、消しちゃって。
いい
ウ
え。
ォルターね。
Walter。Alright.
一応これなんか英語も当てた方がいいこの。ここがウォでルターだよねこれ。
So, Yuki just wrote out Walter for you there. We've got the first wo. So Walter, it sounds more like an o sound in Japanese. So wo, and it's not extended, just wo, du. The L becomes a du, And then ter is just extended ta. So, Walter. Can you say it?
ウォルター。
Right, okay. So, Yuki will work on the kanji for Walter.
はい。
And I'll keep reading our comments. はい。
これさ、名前だけど名字だよね。あ、違うの？名前？
名前ですよ。
ウォルターって名前なの？
あ、そうです。
名字じゃなくて。
じゃないです。
あ、そう。
Yuki thought Walter was
ごめん。
last name. It is not a last name.
そうだったんだ。
First name.
わかりました。
She's going to work on that, and we'll get to yours, Michelle, very shortly.
はい。了解ね。
I went from maybe N3 level to COVID happening and not using Japanese at all, and now I'm like N6 level. Well, that's a new record. Congratulations, Brandon.
新しいセクションが。
All right. 72 says, many Asians, most Koreans have a different type of sweat. If you have dry earwax instead of wet earwax, then you have a gene for not a smelly sweat. Interesting. I've had both dry and wet earwax in my lifetime, both of them. What does that give me, I wonder? Reminds me of the song Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. My dad used to dance to that song with me when I was 2 years old. And he thinks that's why I ended up moving to Japan. I don't know about that. I used to have a name stamp when I lived in Japan. I cannot remember the kanji anymore for my name. Fair enough. There can be many different ones. Like, there's so many ways to write the same name in Japanese. It can be very confusing. It's actually why on any form where you have to write your name in Japan, you must write the katakana, how to read it, above it. On every form, there's always a little space on top. So people will write how to write their name in kanji, of course, and then above it in katakana. It's fun when I have to write my name because I write it in katakana, and then I have to write the katakana for the katakana above the katakana. So that's ridiculous, but they don't know how to deal with empty spaces there, so. I love that, says Alyssa. Thank you so much. I do love organization. I'm an inspector in travel making sure people follow international and domestic regulations. So it's very fitting. Perfect. Arisa, excuse me. はめっちゃ良かったって。
あ、本当？嬉しい。ありがとうございます。
はい。
ちょっとごめんね。今集中してて聞いてなかった。ごめん。ごめん全然聞いてなかった。
No worries. Walter is next, I think. Yes, Walter is next, and then we'll have Michelle. Thank you so much, guys. And then we're going to jump into the video. We're going to break down the video a little bit more. Yeah, we've been going for like an hour. That was fast. Wow. Jet lag makes me forget time. Now that I'm learning Chinese, the problem is that my birth name is the same word for family in Chinese, so I have to go by this name. I see. That would be confusing, although convenient at the same time. So Dragon was used enough in modern times to need a rewrite, as are there any words that are like that? Yeah, I don't know why it got a different version. Maybe people just found the original version difficult to write. It's a little bit difficult to write. I like it. I like the original quite a bit, but yeah, I don't know. We know Andy has at least 2 genes then. What?
Oh.
Yes. Andy, the genetic freak. Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay, those kind of genes, yeah? Gene. Gotcha, I got really confused right there. I do only have 2 pairs of genes, so I was wondering how you knew that. I've been having really dry earwax lately because I'm getting called to Japan. I swear I forgot plain form, te form, potential form, and all that BS every week, and I have to relearn it. Any tips? Maybe start reading more, or listening more, or trying to speak more. The more you encounter it, or the more you use it, the less you'll forget it. If you're just learning it through the book, and then you forget it a couple weeks later when you have to use it for something, that's pretty normal. But the more you encounter it and the more you use it, the more you'll stop forgetting it. But other than that, I don't have too many tips. Build it up. Thank you so much. もう一度男性のエリという名前は漢字を作ってくれませんか？
はい。
Absolutely. トキニさんたちのいろいろな動画がめっちゃ助かったに。本当にありがとうございます。Apologies, I tried. You got it. You're good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yes, we will get Eddie for a danse. No problem. Right after Walter and Michelle. Thank you so much. All right. こんにちは。ToKini Andy says, イカスミ Ninjas Gaming
イカスミ忍者。
Channel. Konnichiwa. That's so cool. All right. I've learned Ryu from this little heart thing is blocking the word after Ryu there. From NHK Easy News. Andy the Genetic Freak. Oh, I learned... yeah. Is that Tatsumaki? Yeah. That's a cool word. Karada used to be... Wow, yeah. It's also hiding behind the heart. I can't even... Oh, wow. I didn't know that it used to be that. That's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, I think she got it. So before we jump into the video, while she's working on Michelle's name, I gotta pop this in. We're gonna show you Walter. All right. Boom, boom. Walter.
やばい、ちょっと一個ミスっちゃった。ここに、ちょっと
She
待って。
made a mistake. I hit it.
ごめん。
いいよいいよ、大丈夫です。
ちょっと一個書き忘れちゃった、ここにおる。
はい、大丈夫ですよ。はい、she's got one more kanji she needs. No worries.
ちょっと待ってね。
はい。So, what we're going to do while she's working on that is we're going to jump over here and we're going to break down a little bit of this video. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten you, Michelle or Eddie. We'll get you there. It's a difficult job creating people's names from scratch. Hooray, and again, thank you guys. And yeah, the challenge, well, one of them is to create opportunities to use it. Yes, that's hard. I just realized now that's Tatsumaki from One Punch Man too. Yeah. People are very creative with their names in the anime, aren't they? Finally almost done fully remembering hiragana, and man, was that rough. Well, you made it. Good job, man. I keep getting ka and k mixed up. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. I think they had a simplified kanji again after the Chinese simplified Hanzi around the 70s. Okay, interesting. Hi from New Zealand. I always hear you mention living here. It's nice to get a shout out while learning. Clever. How's it going? I love New Zealand. It's the only other place in the world that I think I'd want to live besides Japan. Maybe one day I will. I really, really, really like it there. Yeah, we lived there for a year. Had a blast. I have to check out for the night. Hope you both get some rest. Enjoy the stream, everyone. Thanks so much, Japan Get. Thanks for hanging out. He's one of our mods on the Discord, and he has his own YouTube channel too, so check it out. He's got lots of cool tours around the Yamanote-sen and other stuff too, so check out his channel. No problem, we're all along for the ride. Kept mixing up ski and tsugi. Yeah, there's so many things to mess up in Japanese because so many of the sounds are the same. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into this. And let me know if it's too loud. And we'll slowly break down this video piece by piece while Yuki works on finishing Walter. Oh, but wait, I think she might be finished, so we'll jump over to her first. Thank you so much, Clever, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
ちょっとね、この wall っていう読み方とっても難しいんですけど。
This is a very difficult reading to make into kanji, I guess.
はい。
はい。She's gonna break it down for you, Walter.
このうっていう字は生きるっていう字とか
to live, living or living things.
で、これが青い青いルって書いてウォールと読みたいんですけど読みたいとか言って、私が読みたいんですけど、これが青いルでそのさっきの玉みたいなそのジュエリーの一つの種類で、
Okay, it's a type of jewelry. And she wants to read it as ao oru. So this is a combination, a meaning combination here, and it's a type of gem.
そう。
Oru. Okay.
でこの「た」っていう字が男の子に多いんですけど
It's usually used for men.
そうでたくましいとか大きいとかその
It's for big or for manly or for excellent, things like that. Yeah.
っていう感じです
Alright,
ね。
so that's Walter. Nice. Thank you.
ちょっと
It's a tough one.
男の子すぎ
Always a good thing. Always a good thing. Alright.
なんかさ日本のさ名前って結構さ最近はさなんかジェンダーにあんまり関係ないかもしれないけどなんか
そうだね
そう結構このジェンダーによるよねなんか名前の感じが
結構日本人っぽい
本当
今までのやついいんじゃない
ありがとうございます
はい、Thank you
好きだといいんですけど
まだいるかわからないんですけれど
そっか
そうだね
遅くなっちゃってすいません
大丈夫ですはい Unfortunately not unfortunately not unfortunately we're going to get into the video, but we're going to get into the video, but Yuki's also going to work on Michelle's name while we go through the video. So we haven't forgot yet.
ミシェルね。
Yeah, ミシェル。
はい。じゃあ、ミシェルに行きたいと思います。
お願いします。And we have Claver to add to that list as well. Appreciate that. So, Michelle, Eddie, and Claver are on the list for names, and we're going to jump into the video while Yuki works on that one, if I can get it to play.
Japanese kanji can be simplified and broken down into parts or radicals, and we're going to quickly break down all of the types of radicals in this video. Each kanji has one official radical.
So this is the official radical for the kanji go. It means language or word, and you'll see it at the end of like Nihongo, so Japanese, or Eigo, English, things like that. You'll see this word there. And this radical also means word or to say a thing. So it's very appropriate that is the official radical for this kanji. And what we'll learn a little later in this video is that radicals that show up on the left often hint at the meaning of a kanji. And that is absolutely the case right here. This one is hinting at the meaning of this kanji, which means word.
With a total of 204.
So this is it looks like it's from Chinese, and that's because I think the radicals might be the same in Chinese. I don't know anything about Chinese, so that might not be the case. But these are the 214 radicals. We may never learn any of the ones down here because, personally, I've never seen this one at all, like right over here. So it's probably not super necessary. But Dan, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm from New Jersey. I was born in Pennsylvania, but I grew up in New Jersey, I see. Thank you.
114 official radicals recognized.
America.
Radicals are important because kanji often get part of their meaning and even their readings from this radical and where it's positioned. If you
left side, it often gets the meaning. Right side, it often gets the reading.
Know the radicals, which we'll be learning throughout this series, you'll often be able to guess the reading and the meaning of a kanji or word based just on that, even if you've never seen the kanji before. It can
So that's just one little reason. There's more reasons to this, but that's one reason why it's good to know what the official radical is, because then you can know, like, okay, this has a meaning of maybe this, or maybe it's read like this. It gives you an edge on trying to guess when you're reading Japanese, and maybe you don't know the kanji. So that's kind of nice. There's other reasons as well. It makes it easier to look for kanji in dictionaries because you often can search by radical. A lot of kanji are categorized in dictionaries based on their radical. That's one other example. There are other reasons that radicals are helpful.
It can also help you find kanji in dictionaries more easily because many online dictionaries and apps allow you to search for kanji by radical. By the way, if you look closely at a kanji, you'll see that most of them can be broken down into multiple parts and radicals. That's how...
let me just let myself finish talking first.
I'll be teaching them, but it helps to know about the different types of official radicals and where they show up because of what I just mentioned.
So we're going to be breaking down all the parts, not just the radicals. So like you could think of a single kanji as being built up of multiple, quote, radicals, but that would be sort of wrong to say because there's only one radical for a single kanji. They only have one. So I like to call them parts. But a lot of those parts are sometimes official radicals. So I generally don't think of radicals separately. I think of just which parts are in a full kanji. So that's one thing to mention. And what I'd also like to mention is that this is how Yuki has written the name Michelle. I hope you're still here, Michelle. Here you go.
お待たせしました。ミシェル。じゃあブレイキングダウンすればいい？
はい、お願いします。
はい。途中にミはこれでミシエルと、書いて4文字なんですけど、ミが美しい。
はい。
でこの
ミ is beautiful。
そう。でシって歌って意味なんですけど。
It means song, but it's also はい。
そうそうそう。
Poem。
そうそう。なんか人のその気持ちが書いてある言葉のことをこの詩っていうんですけど。
Right. So words that have a person's feelings written down is this kanji right here.
とこの絵はその写真とかビジュアルな方の。でこの美しい絵歌と絵っていうのが まあ、一応かけてあって
This is a picture, right? So it's a beautiful song and picture.
でこの「る」っていう字はその心にその止まるっていう、
This character do is to stop in your heart or to remain in your heart.
っていう意味の「る」止まるっていう字なんですね、漢字が。
It's the one for tomaru, to stop, but also to remain in your heart when this kanji is used, or in your mind.
で、これでミシェルにしたいと
And
思
this
います。
is Michelle. So thank you very much, Michelle. Appreciate
はい、ありがとう
that.
ござい
And I
ま
hope
す。
you catch this. Maybe later if you're not here. Clever. Thank you so much. Feel free to turn this down this request. My name is Te Ao Te Rangi. It's a Maori name. Thank you both for all you do. Arigatou gozaimasu. We can definitely work on that. Te Ao Te Rangi.
手
マオリですよ。マオリ語。手青手ランギ。
手青手ランギ。
Yes. But first, before we jump into that one, we've actually got one more before that. We've got Eddie from before.
あ、そうか。
男性のエディ。
男性のエディね。
So Yuki's next going to work on 男性のエディ。
はい。
Then next will be 手青手ランギ。手青手ランギ。Let me know if I'm saying that right. And we've also got ダンダン before that as well. Thank you so much,
はい、
Dandan.
ありがとうございます。
I would love to do a video comparing Mandarin simplified Hanzi to kanji, modern kanji. If I had that knowledge, I would do the video for sure. Maybe one day I'll have it, but if you make it, that would be even better. Oh, Michelle is here. She says thank you so much.
あ、よかった。ありがとういたしまして。
It's like that song by the Beatles. Beatles have a song for everything. It's cool the last few weeks, but it's still hot here in San Antonio. Awesome. I would like to watch that. My videos are about homesteading and canning. Nice. I'm interested in that personally. I like those kind of videos quite a bit. I like homesteading. I want to build my own off-grid house one day. When you do mine, use Carlos. Okay, Dun will be Carlos. All right. I'll try not to forget that. Dun is Carlos, ne?
Dun is Carlos.
Yes, when we get to Dun,
はい、ちょっと覚えておきます。
which is after Teo Terangi.
はい。
Alright, so let's continue with the video while she works on
Eddie.
いいよ、いいよ。
Radicals are categorized based on where they show up in a kanji. And there are 7 different...
Let's go back to that really quick. So let's see, make sure you can see that. So here's these three radicals. We've got person on the left, we've got a roof over here on top, and then a sword on the right. And here's some kanji that use those. This one is to take a rest. And this is the official kanji over here, the person on the left. And then we've got the roof on top of character, like a letter. Then we've got the sword on the right side of before, mai.
In a kanji. And there are 7 different positions where you might find them in.
So
Plus
7.
one special position, which we'll talk about last. I'll be giving examples of each, but there's no need to memorize them just yet.
That's
Think
important.
of it as a very useful reference.
Reference, that's what this video is. It's reference. You don't have to memorize it right away. Yeah, you've got it. Generally in Maori, the ao sound is pronounced o, but the way you've pronounced it is how I write it in katakana. Okay, good to know. Okay.
O.
Ao.
青。
マオリ語だと本当はおって言ってるんだけれど、この方は書くときにカタカナで書くときには青って書いてるから OK ですって。
なるほど。
はい。その時にね。
はい。
OK. Alright, I've explained that to her. はい。Oh, we've got Eddie. Eddie is ready to go. Let's bring up
お待た
Eddie.
せしました。そう、エディはさっきのヒーローっていう字にこのリっていう字。
The character from before, which means hero. はい。
とか。
Or excellent, yeah.
で、D はそのプロフィットがなんていうのその。
Profitable, yeah. It's very to have it means profit, yeah.
そう。で、これエリって読むんですけど、この漢字でね、日本人の名前結構いて、多分一番読む読み方は秀俊だと思う。
So a lot of Japanese people actually have this kanji for their name, and it's usually read when you see this as Hidetoshi, Hidetoshi. But it can also be read as Eddie, of course, which is what we've gone for your name. And that, of course, means like a heroic or hero and profit or advantage benefit on the second one. So that's your name, Eddie.
そう。まあ、意味は同じなんですけどね。
Yes. And Hidetoshi, of course, also means the same thing. But if you ever see it in a Japanese person's name, it's likely that it's read Hidetoshi. But Eddie is another way to read it.
はい。
All right. Thank you so much, guys. The next one is, we got Eri. So then clever. So, teao terangi. Teao
手
terangi.
合う手ランギ。
はい。I'll let you write that down.
難しいね。ちょっと待ってね。名前が。
て
合う。
Is that how you write it? Let us know.
手
ランギ。
ランギ。ちょっとちなみに質問なんですけど、
She has a question.
このマウリ語もさ、きっとこの言葉名前に意味があると思うんですよ。
She says it's likely, she thinks that in Maori that this name will also have a meaning of some sort.
違うかな。だからそれがもしあればちょっと教えてほしい
So if you have the meaning of your name, she'd like to know so that she can use that as a reference for her kanji. All right, and we'll move over here. Perfect, apparently. Your katakana is perfect. Let us know about the meaning part.
はい。
はい. Okay, jumping back into here. Let's see if that pops up.
はい。
Hen, we've got the radicals on the left for the first part.
Hen is the name for radicals which show up on the left-hand side of a kanji. Left is over here, I think. They include things
Good job,
like
Andy.
ninben, uohen.
Looks like actually the video is sort of off center here, eh? Let's get that up here. Very professional, Andy. Awesome. Love it.
ちょっと浮き上がってきました。
Oh, there it is, there it is. Let's move that over here a little bit. Okay. Very professional. It seems to change every time.
あ、
はい。
クレイバーさん
As far as I
が
understand it, roughly translate to man of the sky. That's what my dad says anyway.
へ
All right.
え、
Good to
空
know.
の人なんだね。
はい。
はい。
Uohen,
ね、かっ
tehen,
こいいね。
and many more.
Super cool.
Notice how hen or ben is included in the name of the rat.
Okay, let's take a look at these. We've got tehen. If we go back a minute, tehen means te. It's a kanji looks completely different. The kanji itself. It's got 3 lines. One is on the complete top, and then the other ones are down below like that. But it means hand, of course. But when it's on the left, it looks like this. Of course, you do not need to memorize this. I'm just giving it as commentary. But sometimes full kanji that are radicals themselves, when they're in different positions, they look different. But they're considered the same part. So
Notice how hen or
this one's for fish. Uohen.
ben is included in the name of the radical. Radicals in this position often, though not always, affect or indicate the meaning of a kanji. For example, if we use ninben on the left, it often means that the kanji has something to do with people and things people do. When uohen shows up on the left, it always has something to do with fish.
I couldn't find any examples where that radical, uohen, was part of a kanji and that it didn't have something to do with fish. Like, it was either the name of a fish or something to do with fishing or selling of fish, something. Always like that. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, everyone's agreeing about how cool that name is. Agreed. So, otoko no sora, that would mean a man's sky. So you'd want sora no otoko maybe. The other way around, I think is what you'd want there.
男の空、すごいことな
That
ん
would
で
be pretty amazing. Lucky guy. I want my own sky. Fish everywhere. All right. Tsukuri.
Tsukuri are radicals that show up on the right-hand side of kanji. They include things like ritto, saji,
that one.
and ozato.
Saji,
You'll notice
okay. So let's go back and check those out quickly. Does anyone know what the button is on a Mac to skip back 10 seconds? All right, the first one, that I said that I like
ritto,
is sword or blade.
saji, and
Spoon. This one's a spoon. It kind of looks like a spoon, right? With a hand holding it.
ozato. You'll notice
And Ozato, we don't learn that one for a while, but it means a village.
that many of these do not include tsukuri in the name. Some, like sunzukuri, do though. Kanji in this position often, but not always, indicate the reading of a kanji.
Right.
Specifically the onyomi, or Chinese reading. For example, kanji with the part blue on the right are nearly
Thank you.
always
I'll try.
read as se when part of a word that uses the onyomi. Nearly
Right.
onyomi
So that's-
or
okay, that works.
always
Sweet.
read as
So this is the blue radical. Means blue. in
se
case you
when
didn't
part of a
notice.
word.
And when you put it into other words, that radical is read as se. So you sort of just ignore all the other parts when you're trying to figure out how to say it and just read it as se almost all the time.
That uses the onyomi, which is usually
Not all the
jukugo
time,
or
but
words
very
that
frequently.
use two kanji or more. Kanmuri means
Let's go back to that quick.
or more,
10
which is
seconds.
usually jukugo or words that use two.
Nice. So we've got cleaning, to clean. We've got clear sky up here. And we've got personality or spirit station, mostly personality, I think, right?
そう、
Yes.
スピリットかな。そうそう、精神。
Alright.
メンタリティ。
はい。Yuki's
そう、スト
deep
ラ
in
グリ
thought.
ンでしょ。
Deep in thought.
Two
That's okay,
kanji
she'll get there.
or more. Kanmuri means crown.
Appreciate that,
So
John.
as you might guess,
Did
they're
you notice?
radicals which
Did you notice here?
Kanmuri means
I bet you nobody
crown.
caught this. There it is. There is a crown radical above the crown. I hope someone
So as
caught
you
that
might
little
guess,
Easter egg.
they're radicals which appear on top of characters. They include things like nabebuta, hitoyane, and ukanmuri, which gets its name from the fact that it looks like the katakana u.
All right, let's go back to this
Kanmuri.
quick.
They include things
We've
like
got
nabebuta,
Nabebuta. I love that. Nabe is a pot. Futa, the word futa is to be like a lid, basically. So pot lid, it's literally pot lid. I try to use in this course the real names for each and every one of the radicals. Sometimes it just doesn't work because it'll just be like the next one, u. I don't generally like to use katakana names for radicals, although sometimes I do, like with no. But in situations like this, it's easy. You just take this, and it's a pot lid. I think it sort of annoys me with like James Hasig and a few other ones. I think they didn't really do this very much. Like I think he made this one a top hat, which fine, but I mean, I feel like the official name of it, nabebuta, pot lid, is like makes perfect sense. Look at that. It's a pot lid, right? Makes sense, right?
hitoyane,
そのま
and
ますぎる
Hitoyane is a person roof. This one's a little bit
そのまま。
more weird, person roof, but it is the kanji person on top of something, so it's a person as a roof. Makes sense to me.
ukanmuri, which gets its name
And this is
from the
one I'm
fact
just
that
talking
it
about.
looks like the katakana u. I like to call it a roof with a chimney, but that's me. If you agree, or even if you don't, be sure to hit the like button.
Hit that
it really
like button.
helps,
Thank
I
you.
think.
It does, I promise. Are these names official or something learners came up with? Hope this makes sense. Oh, I think I just answered that question by accident. I didn't even know you asked it. But yes, I tried to keep the names of the radicals official. The Japanese names that I'm telling you right here are the official names, 100%. In the course, I think you were probably here when I said that, so I'm not going to go over it again. Nice drawings. Thank you. Yeah. Nabebuta just makes me think back to... Ah, right. What? Tears of the Kingdom. Right. I still have to finish that game. Are you not entertained? I am entertained all the time. When I was doing RTK, I did look up and use the radical's real meaning most of the time. That's smart of you. Nice. Good call, Gina. I'm also a beginner. The keyboard fills it in. Good point. So funny. I disagree. I'm going to send a strongly worded like button to you. Onegai shimasu.
Ashi
Next, we're on the
means
legs.
or feet. So,
Feet.
of course, these show up on the bottom of kanji. There
As they
aren't
do.
many of these, but they include radicals like dekka, hitoashi,
Oh,
and shitakokoro.
let's go back
They
there.
include radicals like dekka,
Dekka is supposed. It comes from fire. So I don't know if any of you know the kanji for fire, but it's like a person with two dots on either side of it. And when you put them below a kanji like this, it looks like the thing is on fire. It's like a fire below it. I like that. I think that's really cool.
hitoashi, and
And then person's legs, of course, makes sense.
shitakokoro.
This is shitakokoro is heart, but below something, and it looks a little different than the actual heart kanji, but. It's not too
Kamae are radicals which enclose a kanji on at least two sides. This can be
Nice.
almost any two sides or more than two
That's
sides.
good. Wanikani.
Some examples are
Wanikani takes a lot of freedom with their radicals, but sometimes they get it right, I guess. That's good.
mongamai, hakogamai, and keigamai. Many of these
Let's go back to
mongamai,
those.
any two sides or more than two sides. Some examples are mongamai,
Mongamai. I like this one. I really like mongamai. I don't know why. It looks to me, and this is the picture I use in the official Anki deck. It looks like some old saloon doors in like a Wild West saloon, right? Looks like those to me. So it's really easy to remember these for me for some reason, because that's what they look like. Mongamai. Gate.
hakogamai,
Nice. One
and
second. Box
keigamai.
on the left and overturned box. Easy enough, right? All right, we're coming back over to terangi. All right, we got it.
ちょっと難しい漢字いっぱい
We
使っ
went.
ちゃったん
We
ですけど
used a lot of very difficult kanji.
はい
But you ready? Let's break it down.
はいちょっと5文字になりました
5 kanji. First time that's happened on one of these.
はいこの照らすという太陽の光の照るという
This
字で
is
す
for
ね
shining a light on someone or the light of the sun.
でこの「お」っていう字はちょっとね迷ったんだけど、これはその太陽のその霊、
She was a little. She had a hard time deciding if she wanted to use this one, but she did decide to use it in the end. And this is the kanji for the rays of the sun.
この太陽の陽という字ですね
Or it's also for, sun.
で、これがこっちとちょっと似てるんだけどこっちはその光で輝くっていう字の照る
Shine. So the first one is to shine a light on, and then the rays of the sun, and this one is to shine. Hikaru is the kanji it's usually used.
はい
Is the word it's often used in.
でこの蘭っていう字がその青いなんていうのネイビーっぽい青色のその染め物の草があるんですけ
Okay.
ど、
There's a plant that is used for making a sort of navy or a darker blue color.
そうでそれがねこの青って読むんですけど、
This is often read as ao. That's the name of the
ブルー
plant.
ってこと、
はい。
そうでそれがちょっと空の色にかけてみまし
So
た。
she's used that to hold the meaning of the color of the sky.
でこの木っていう字はその元気の木っていう
So
字
this
な
is the
ので、
key from genki, so to
So
be energetic
spirit
and
とか、そう。
spirit, or also spirit, yeah. So there you go.
はい
はい。
こういう感じになりました
Hope you like it.
ね。
Awesome. All right. Your next one, Yuki,
はい
I think we have one more,
お待たせしま
is
した。
Dun, which is, I believe, Carlos?
そうだね。
Carlos. I don't know if you're still here,
Hi.
Carlos, but you're next. All right.
はい。
お願いします。terangi. Super
はい。
cool. Thank you.
ねちょっともともとのもう意味がすでにあってかっこいい感じなんですけど、
Hi. I really like Maori. It's something I kind of wanted to learn a little bit more of while we're living in New Zealand. It reminds me of Japanese in a lot of ways. But yeah. All right, on we go.
カルロスね。
Many of these contain the word kamai or gamai, as I'm sure you noticed. But there's more. Tare
more.
means to hang off of something. So
I looked so hard for some B-roll of someone hanging off a wall or just rock climbing or something. I couldn't find anything. Anything. I should have just gone outside and took a picture of me hanging off of a tree or something, but I didn't have time, unfortunately. Now I kind of wish I did. Maybe I should just redo the whole video. Nah.
So it's fitting that these are radicals which hang over the top and
褒められているんだよ。結構かっこいい。
本当？
お疲れ様でしたとか。
ありがとうございます。
Alright, so these are
left side of a
hanging off
kanji.
on the
Though
left.
you would expect these to be included with kamai, they're separated out for some reason.
So I say that you'd expect them to be included with kamai because they seem to be, they enclose something in a way. But I talk about that a little more in a minute.
These include things like gandare, todare, and yamaidare. You make things
Back to
like
those, we've got-
gandare,
Gandare means a cliff, just a cliff, straight up.
todare, and
Todare is a door. Just a todare, door hanging over.
yamaidare. You
Yamaidare is a sickness hanging over. This one you'll see in things like hospital, to be sick, things like that.
may notice from looking at these that the left side seems to flare out to the left, which may be part of why they're not included as enclosures, but instead as hanging off. And then there's nyo, which
Nyo.
also look like enclosures, but more so hold the parts on top. They sit on the left and bottom of a kanji and include...
That is such a good idea, Flying Tic Tac. I should have done that. Why didn't I do... See, I shouldn't be a video editor. You should be my video editor. You could have done that. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu says Clever. Hi.
ありがとうございます。
You're welcome. Yeah, I only know a little Maori, but it's helped with learning Japanese because the pronunciation is very similar. Yeah, I did find the pronunciation super similar, which was, yeah. It fascinated me a little bit. I wonder sometimes.
なんかカレカレとかさ、来て来てとかあるよね。
ね、there's those, yeah, those like double-sounded words.
そうそう、
those can
面
be.
白いよね。
Yeah, I like
カラ
it.
カラとかもあるよね。
Karakara was one of those as well. Yeah. Sometimes you'd hear a sound like for an area on the train or something, and it'd be like, oh, that sounds a lot like Japanese.
ね。
and include things like shinyo, enyo, and sonyo. Things like
First one.
shinyo.
Shinyo, I want to mention something about this one. This is the road radical. It's often used in words that have something to do with being on the road, but not always, but one thing I want to mention here is that, see, there's two little strokes here, but usually this second one isn't used when you're actually writing it. Usually there's just one, then this, then this. So there's usually only 3 strokes when this is written, but this is one of the official ways to write it. And it's the only, it's the one that usually shows up, actually, when you search for it. But not the one you usually write, which is interesting.
And
this one is also to stretch something out. It's kind of a fun one. It's like a 3 with a line going through it.
sonyo.
And this is running. It's the kanji to run, and like the middle of it is pulled back a little bit to the left so that you can write something on top of it.
Notice how the bottom parts of these slant down to the right, thus holding whatever is above them instead of enclosing them? That's probably why they're separated out. This is...
One thing I want to mention to get Yasser is, I'm going to, right here, whole kanji. Sometimes whole kanji are official radicals, so that's just how that is. But RTK, they don't use radicals in RTK. They just think of the parts. So they never address radicals, really. They just take all the parts apart. And I'm going to do both. Like, I do both. I talk about radicals, and I also talk about the various parts that are also part of a kanji. So that's what's going on with RTK. Hi, Yuki has finished Carlos.
はい、お待たせしました。
Let's push that right up there.
はい
Okay.
ちょっとまたマンディーな感じになってしまったんですけど。
Another manly one.
はい。この「か」という字は穏やかとか平和の「和」っていう字も読めるんですけど、
This is often used for Japanese things. Is another thing it's often used for. ね、和。
そう。
But it can also mean things like harmony or peace or things like
そう
that.
そう、ピースがいいかな。でこの「ル」っていう字はさっきもちょっとまた出ちゃうんですけど、この宝石の一つで、
This is
またジェ
another
ム
type of gem.
そうで、この「ロー」と「ス」はちょっと「ロー」は男の子っていうその力強いマンディっていう意味なんですけ
This
ど。
is a strong, manly man. Is what this
でこ
kanji
の「
is for.
ス」は
Let me just mention quickly. This ro is often, you'll see this really commonly in like mukashi banashi, in old stories, characters' names, men's characters' names, like something taro is that's the ro that's used in something taro. So
で
and the
こ
next
の
one.
「ス」はガードという意味が。
Yeah, to protect or to guard something is the meaning of the last one.
はい。
So that is karudos.
はい。
Thank you very much, Karudos.
ありがとう
And
ござい
thank you
ま
for
す。
everyone who has sent in these super chats tonight. We really appreciate that. And for all of you who've become members as well.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
とみんなにちょっとちゃんと名前言ったから誰もなんか私まだの人いないの。
Yeah, I think we've got everyone.
私
If
忘
we
れ
missed
て
anyone,
られ忘
if
れ
we
られ
missed
てま
anyone,
すって感じの
let us
人。
know. I'm pretty sure we got everyone though.
はい。
All right. Off to bed. See you later, friends. Thanks for
は
hanging
い、
out.
ありがとうございます。
All right. On we go. Whole kanji. It's my own radical, baby.
This is
I'm
the
my own
special radical type I was talking about at the beginning of the video.
radical. I had fun with
These are whole kanji, which are themselves radicals as well. These actually make up the vast majority of radicals.
Most,
They include
almost
things
entirely.
like dai, hi, and ki. Not only are these
Easy, right? Dai
full-on kanjis
is
like
big,
dai,
big.
hi, and
Fire.
ki. Not only
Tree.
are these full-on kanji their own radicals, they're also used as radicals in other kanji. You'll sometimes find them in positions that make them look like ashi or kanmuri, but officially they're not considered this.
Although, I should mention this, and I wish I kind of would have put it in the video. If they're in certain positions, they can still do the same thing as like hen or, what's the one on the right again? Skuri. So like, if it's on the left, if tree is on, something is on the left that is considered itself a full kanji. Like for example, to say, you. If that's on the left, you can treat it just like any other hen and assume that it's got something to do with the meaning of the kanji. And if it's on the right, you can sometimes assume that it's going to have to do something with the reading. So even though they're whole kanji radicals, when they're used in certain positions, they can have the same effect as radicals that are only ever in those positions. So.
We're now ready to start learning kanji one by one. And you can get started by clicking on this video right here.
It's not out yet. I'm sorry.
If it's already out. If you don't want to wait, you can start learning with the first level of the official ToKini Andy Kanji flashcard deck for Anki on ToKiniAndy.com.
Thank you everyone who's been working on this deck.
We're also releasing kanji series videos early for all the members.
My favorite video I've ever made. If you haven't watched that, I'd appreciate it if you check it out.
So check it out if you want a head start.
All right. Yeah, so next week is lesson 1. And that means it will be showing up right there after next week. So that's exciting. I'm ready to get into lesson 1. We're going to be doing that here as well. I hope the quality of it wasn't too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. We were probably somewhat low energy tonight because of the jet lag. But next week, I promise, we'll be back to our normal Genki selves. Not covering Genki though.
そうでもね、そのビデオのフィードバックに戻るんですけど、なんか日本人でもこの面白いものを見つけたんですよ。この例えばこの漢字パズルっていうこの日本人でも結構
Japanese people like these kanji puzzles.
こういう
That's a little bit too close. It won't pick it up. That's good. That's fine.
Okay. なんかこの語と口と言うさっきの語っていう字組み合わせたら何になるか。
So Japanese people do this puzzle. If you put these 3 together, what kanji does it become? And we know what that is, right? I think I know what it is. Let's try. Here we go.
そうそう。
This is Andy's hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the first part. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. I think that's the one. Whoa, look at that balance, Andy. That's such good balance. My excuse is I'm reaching from here. But anyway, yeah. So they like to do those puzzles. Where's another one?
そうちょっとねこの他のやつは結構ねレベルが高いんですけどでも結構さいっぱいこういうなんか種類が漢字パズル合体漢字パズルっていうのかな What's called って書いてあるから What the puzzle called?
What's the puzzle called? 合体漢字パズル?
合体漢字パズルってやつ
Is that the name of the website? 漢字パズル
だけどウェブサイトじゃない
Oh, it's just like a worksheet or something. She found it as a picture. I dropped it in chat.
だけどこういうのが多分あるいっぱいなんか結構
There's tons of these. So it's just it's putting together the parts, things that might be radicals in other kanji, putting them together and seeing what they are. So so yeah.
こういうのだ。バラバラ漢字クイズとか合体漢字クイズってやつかな。
バラバラ漢字クイズ。There you go.
でも合体漢字の方がありそうだね。合体漢字の違うシートがここにある。
Gina said in the book Basic Kanji they have exercises like that puzzle game. Nice. All right.
すごいね。それもうちょっとね漢字のでやつやるようになったらさこれできたらいいね。でも最初のうちはちょっと難しいね。
Wow. It's difficult at first, but the more parts you get, the more fun these can get. I'd love to make some of these for our website. Like as we move forward, I think we should totally add some puzzles like this for the parts that we've learned.
あ、この
It could be fun.
なんか小学生のやつでなんかここに
Here's one for elementary schools.
やっぱりバラバラ漢字こういうのかな。この見えるかな。
You gotta go a little closer.
どう
That's too close. It's gonna blur. Okay, right there.
そこのさ一番右がなんかパーツになってるんですね。このバラバラ漢字。こっちはバラバラ漢字パズルかな。
I typed that one in chat.
でこの銃となんか口みたいなやつは
Old.
古い、
Furui. Definitely
かな。
furui. We'll write that one down. I've got that one.
ね。
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're still on screen, right?
そうだそうだ。
Furui.
そうそう。
Boom. Okay.
こういうのね、ちょっとできるかもしれないね。
We can make a bunch of these for the site. I want to add a bunch of little worksheets and things like this to the each lesson of the website. So we'll definitely look into making some of things like this.
そう、これはなんか小学2年生のなんか
This is
プリン
for
トなんか
second
ドリ
year
ル
elementary school students.
でやってるからネイティブも頑張っています。
Natives are also working with these parts and
Hi.
making kanji and stuff. So yeah, nice. I feel radicalized. I like it.
はい、
Alright.
ラディカライズしときますね。
Ine. All right, this stream was radical, dude. Thanks a lot, Hop. All right, guys. Well,
ありがとうございま
it's
す。
been fun hanging out. We went for 2.5 hours. That was longer than I expected we'd be able to survive.
は
Oh
い、
no, wait, that's not true. It was only an hour and a half, wasn't it?
9時半、
Hour
9
and
時
a half.
半から。
Sorry.
あ
We
ー
did our best, but I know this is a kanji video, but thank you so much for your Genki lessons. I'm in lesson 9 of the first book. I learned this little heart is in the way. The te forms from the songs you showed. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, BS Wizzles 85. I'm glad that those videos have helped.
ありがとうございます。
It's crazy. We made them like, it feels like a different life. It's like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and if they're still helping, that is awesome. I want to redo them all, but I'm glad they're still
Me
helping.
too ですよ。
She wants to do them all too.
そ
We're gonna start working on
う。ね、また
when we get the next Anki deck, the N4 Anki deck for kanji done, and a vocabulary deck that covers all the vocabulary that deck doesn't cover for the N5. Then we're gonna jump back into the grammar. Have a nice trip. Take care, dudes and chat peeps. Thank you so much,
ありが
Teruhiko.
とうございます。
Thank you for hanging out. Same, but for the time I was here, I had fun. Awesome, your local turnip. Thank you so much. It's always good to have a turnip here. I joined late, so I'll have to go back and watch the whole stream. Thanks, Dark Nambia. I hope
あ
you
りが
enjoy.
と
Get some good sleep. Oh, we will. We're gonna pass right out in these chairs, probably.
う。ありがとうござい
I'm
ます。
still using the Genki vids after my classes. They're amazing for review. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm gonna throw a heart up in chat as well. First
はい
time here. Joined for the last few minutes. Will return for sure. That's awesome. Thanks for hanging out, Flying Tic Tac. Thank you, Life of Riley.
ありがとうございます。
Riley, that's right. I got it. Okay. You're very welcome, Tada. Thanks for hanging out.
ね、もしかしたらね、ウォルマートとかでね、ばったり会っち
Yeah,
ゃ
we
うかもし
might
れ
run
ない
into a Walmart or something one day. Who knows?
あ
For those
れ
of you
み
who
た
are
い
here.
な。
Learning Japanese from your videos. Thanks so much. I can finally watch raw anime episodes. That's awesome, Ramon Moreno. That's so cool. I'm glad.
ありがとうございま
That's
す。
great. That's great to hear. Thank you.
はい、
You're very welcome, Yasser, and thank you guys all for everything as well. Thank you so
本当
much.
ありがとうございます。
All right, guys, have a great day, a great night, and we'll see you next week. Actually, wait, today is Saturday, and we are going to get back onto the normal schedule. So Wednesday night America time, Thursday morning Japan time. So we'll see you in a couple days.
はい、
We'll see you on Wednesday. All
ま
right.
たちょっと漢字の
Thank you.
ね練習しとかないと。
Yeah,
ラディカル
we'll
に
keep practicing. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great
Bye.
one. We'll see you next time.
はい、ありがとうございます。
せーの。
また次のビデオで会いましょうね。
バイバイ。
バイバイ。おやすみ、アメリカのみんな。
おやすみ